Move on. Yeah, we got to move on.
All right. We come to our last segment of the podcast. And let me turn off the mic. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, it is that time yet again. And it's time for Why You're Wrong.
I'm scared.
You got them all fired up already, Ramen. Why You're Wrong with Gregg Dietz.
All right. So, I've talked about it before. I've mentioned it before. I maybe yelled about it. I don't remember. But if I didn't, good. Don't clink bottles during a podcast. No,
I'm sorry. I was taking out my recycles.
Every fucking thing you hear at E3, take with a grain of salt. If a company comes out and shows you a great visual footage thing of a game, go, it probably won't look like that at release. And then just let it go. It's an idea of what the game is supposed to be. It's a representation of what they're trying to make. If a game comes out and it's not like what they showed at E3, don't go online and go, they lied to me. Don't do that shit. It's fucking, you're dumb for doing that. Like, full on. It's very stupid to not understand that that's marketing. Mm-hmm. That E3 is a marketing gimmick. That's all it is. It's to get people excited about something. Anthony today on Twitter goes, that game you're excited about that's been talked about since what? Fucking 2013? 2014? Maybe earlier than that?
Which game?
Skull and Bones.
Oh, yes. Yes.
I've been very excited about Skull and Bones for a long time. It's basically the pirate ship multiplayer game that's built off the same engine as Black Flag. It keeps getting fucking delayed. It just keeps getting delayed. And I made a joke. I was like, I'm convinced it's not a real game anymore. But that's whatever. I move on with my life because I have other shit I have to watch and play and want to watch. Like, it's not worth your time getting pissed off because a game is shown at E3 in early stages of development. That's another thing. You have to understand.
Hold on. Can I chime in?
Sure.
Okay, but if you show a game at E3, okay, which is supposed to be the like what you're going to be looking forward to as a gamer, right? If you show that there, you're expecting it to be there in at least in like a few years, unless stated, right? Okay, so if you go back to Final Fantasy VII, we saw that shit a few years ago. If you would have been like, okay, hey, we're doing the remake, like, it's some time, like, it's gonna be a while, guys.
Are you sitting on your hands at home going, I refuse to play anything until I hear more about Final Fantasy VII?
Hell no.
So why is it such a big deal that they announced it so early and you don't get to play it for a while?
Look, I'm trying to talk about your point, right? It's like, don't get mad if somebody's going to announce something and then like you don't see it or it meets your expectations. Okay, so how do you feel about the point that you're trying to make in the case of Final Fantasy VII, to where we heard about it so many years ago, and then like here we are now, to we don't really know shit, or even like
it doesn't.
Stranding.
My point still stands, Ramen. That what you get in terms of what you're being told and what you see versus the final product is what I'm talking about.
Okay. So you mean from there to Endgame?
Yes. So one of my favorite things I see on Twitter, on YouTube, and when I say favorite, I'm being very facetious here, is the comparison videos of the E3 footage to the actual game, as if the E3 footage wasn't made in a few weeks as a presentation,
as like
the idea of what the final game is supposed to be,
right?
So many games, Ramen. So many fucking. The fucking list is countless.
A list, okay.
And that's another point I like to make. This has happened since the dawn of fucking E3.
Yeah.
Like, people forget that Mario Sunshine was actually going to be called Mario 164 plus 64 is 128. Yeah, 128. Mario.
Yeah, whatever.
Mario 128.
Yeah, no, I get you. Yeah.
The game's idea for that was supposed to be like you get to make duplicates of Mario and you can have a ton on screen at once. And granted, the first time they showed it was a tech demo, but eventually Sunshine, it was the next game. And people were mad. People were legitimately pissed. They're like, that's not what they showed at E3. My point is what the fuck ever you see at E3 in the beginning of June, everything you watch, take with a big grain of salt. And just go, I'm looking forward to it. I want to see more about it. And then move the fuck on. And then when the game actually comes out, just play the game as is. If it sucks as is, fine. Like, it's not a big deal. Like, things suck sometimes. They just do. Like, I can't emphasize. I've talked about that before many times. Like, things just suck sometimes.
Like, I mean, like, there's a game recently that came out that was like, okay, this game looks fucking amazing. I think it was called Days Gone. And it came out, it was a buggy fucking mess.
It's not as buggy as the fucking...
Okay, no, I know. But the whole thing about it is that it goes to your whole point. Is like, okay, if it comes out, you like it. If you don't like it, then you don't like it. It's a buggy mess. Cool. I've had many friends who be like, okay, like I like this game. It's cool.
Well, the problem is, Ramen, is that a lot of people go to the extent of arguing that if you're paying $60 for a game, it should be your next favorite fucking game.
Yeah, no, but that isn't the fucking thing.
No, it can't be. It absolutely cannot be.
Yeah. Well, okay, wait. I would argue that it cannot be when you buy a game that's supposed to be a game modeled towards games as a service.
I would argue. Well, that's a whole nother topic.
Okay.
I would argue that if you paid $60 for a game that you were looking forward to, and the game, in a sense, doesn't deliver on what you wanted it to be, it's okay to be upset. It's okay to be like, well, this sucks. But that shit can happen. No matter what. It can happen. It can happen with music. It can happen with... You could hear one song from an album you love and you buy the fucking album and that's the only song you end up liking.
Yeah.
That's totally a possibility. Yeah. The point that I'm getting at is just take everything you see with a grain of salt. Just relax and just watch the stuff, go, ooh, that looks interesting. I want to play that. And then that's it.
Take it in.
That's as far as it goes.
Yeah. Yeah, take it in. Like, it's kind of like, take it in, and then if you enjoy it, then you enjoy it. If you don't, you don't. Like, for like me, I think it would go to like your whole point of like, okay, like I loved Anthem. Anthem, like that game, for me was like one of my like games of the year. It was so much fun, like flying around with my friends, like doing like all this stuff.
Was. You can tell where
it was so good.
That game.
It was so good. Like it was me, my coworker, and my two best friends. And we flew around the world and we had like a lot of fucking fun. But then you look at it and people are like, oh no, this shit sucks. This shit is awesome. Is like, it doesn't mean like anything. But yeah.
It's all about perspective. It's all about how you feel about the situation. But the why you're wrong is if you watch everything you see at E3 and you go, that's what the game's gonna be like when it finally comes out, no matter what, no ifs, ands, or buts, that's why you're wrong. That's you're hella wrong. Like every fucking no. Okay, look, hold on. I'll say it like right now. Death Stranding, they haven't showed you shit about that shit at all. They only showed you who's gonna be in it. Well, they did show some gameplay. There has been some gameplay.
Is that really gameplay?
I'd call it gameplay.
10% of the trailer was gameplay, but yes, I get what you're saying.
Are you sure?
That's a good question.
That's the thing.
That's a good question.
I mean, it's a third-person camera, and the character's walking around. Like, what else the fuck are you gonna call that?
Or is that like a scene like in like a story mode where it's like, oh, the camera's going to pull out of this character.
Ramen, the whole game is in story mode.
That is very true.
It's Kojima. Exactly. Fuck, I'm fucked. I got nothing to say.
And that's why you're wrong with Gregg Dietz.
And that's why I'm wrong. Fuck.
Featuring Ramen.